All right, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and shalom to the 144,000 and the one-third hopeful elect. Hey, I just want to, bring out this quick video about this guy saying that, the Lord gave him a prophetic dream of the things to come when it comes to the famine, because we know that famine is going to take place here in America, and it's proof. The scriptures tell us, and you can see the powers that be, they're engineering these famines also by destroying a lot of different food plants, processing plants. They're destroying the farmlands. They buying up the farmlands. They won't let certain farms water their crops. You know, the bird flu. They're killing cows. They're doing a whole plethora of things to shorten the food shortage, to shorten the food for the citizens of America, because that's what they're going to try to use against you to make you do something that you going to have to do to survive, to take care of your family, or you're going to have to trust in Yahweh Shem Shah, which a lot of, our people, they know about being Israelites, but they don't too much take heed to that message of not taking that hip. But it's some that do. I'm not gonna say all of them. But this guy here, he just given a testimony of the dream he had about it being real short in food, and we could see that happening right now with the inflation going up. You can barely put groceries in your homes. You can barely buy groceries, man. You got other bills to take care of. You got to eat as cheap as you can because shit is so expensive, man. You get 4 or 5 items, hell, you damn near $100, man. And it didn't used to be like that, and it's going to get worse, because we know that our dollar is being dumped right now also, so the economy is not in the best shape, and it's really circling the drain. But I'm gonna let this guy speak real quick, and I'm just gonna get a couple precepts and wrap it up.
Well, it's kind of different, but it's not different because every message that I've given you so far has been a prophetic message from God. But this one is more prophetic in the way that God has shown me a glimpse into the near future. And it's a glimpse that he showed me so I can warn his people and get them prepared for the times to come. God says there's coming a time where there's going to be a time of lean. And if you don't know what that means, um, time of lean is where we're living off the bare minimum of the land. There's no more fat left. It's not plenteous anymore. The food, the resources, the money, everything has become scarce. Everything has become lean. And he gave me this in a dream yesterday. He showed me where there was going to be a shortage of food in the land. At first, he showed me where there was an abundance of food, where we were just eating to our heart's content, just overindulging. Our plates were full. Then suddenly, it's like at the drop of a hat, at the flip of a switch, our plates went from full to barely having anything on them. It was
Yeah, because hey, that's the times that we in. That's the times it's coming. Hey, if you've been watching, you can see, like I said, they've been engineering this famine. We all know that it's from Yahweh Shem Shah. He's going to bring this famine. But if you, if the Lord gave you the eyes to see, Like I said, they've been destroying processing plants and destroying livestock, destroying crops, buying up farmland, preventing you to grow your own food. These things is to gain more control over the people. And if you don't do that one thing that they're gonna want you to do very soon, because the dollar is gonna it's dead, and they're gonna switch to CBDC. If you don't take that CF, you ain't gonna eat, and that's what's gonna bring upon these people starvation. Not only that, it's because they're gonna have the food, but you're gonna take that CF to get it. But before that, hey, it's still gonna be a mass uh, abundance of people dying of starvation. That's the time that's coming, man. Cannibalism. People are going to be practicing in cannibalism very soon because they're not going to be able to feed their children. They're not going to be able to feed themselves. And the only one that's going to be able to feed us in the times to come is Yahweh Bashar Shah, because they're taking control over everything, including the food. And if you don't have that seal, and if the Lord ain't with you, you're not going to eat. And that's going to be a lot of you judgments, man. Let me get a precept real quick. This is Ezekiel 5:16, and it reads, "When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction." The Lord said He's going to send upon you the evil arrows of famine. He's about to send bad times, which evil means bad times, and that famine, hey, it's been famine all through the time of the scriptures, man. And the scriptures tell us there's no new thing under the sun. And these devils, they haven't been doing the right thing by the earth. They don't keep the land Sabbath. So the Lord is getting ready to destroy you people for the sins, for all the abominations done in the midst thereof in this place over here in Babylon, America, man. You start that back from the top in this Ezekiel 5:16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I, Yahweh Bashar Shah, will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you. Yeah, see, he just talking about the guy that was just in the video talking about it was just going to get scarce of food, you know. But the Lord said He's going to increase the famine upon you. And when He increased that famine, it's going to be nothing and will break your staff of bread. Yeah, because we know that these grocery stores only have about 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 days worth of food in it. And with the way things are going and the way that this devil wants to do, he wants to use these driverless trucks to deliver goods, to deliver the food and all these things. He's trying to cut everybody that has a CDL license that drive trucks. They're trying to replace them with driverless trucks. And we know with that, it's always room for error. You know, they can have these trucks coming to these different cities, man. Just hey, they control. They can just run them off the road to and you know, to a river or whatever. They can make them, run them off the road, off a cliff. They blow up and be destroyed. You know, but we know that food is not going to reach these cities soon, man. It's going to be a famine that the Lord says He's going to break your staff of bread. So it's not going to be any food, man, very soon. Read that again, man. This is Ezekiel 5:16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction. So a lot of people are going to die of hunger, in which I will send to destroy you. He's going to send that. famine and that lack of food for you to destroy you. No food is going to destroy you in that way. No food, no water. Hey, Jake like to eat, and when Jake can't go too long without food, man, before they start wilding out. And a lot of you Jake's gonna turn to cannibalism. And it says, and I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break your staff of bread. Mm, man, hey, the Lord is getting ready to make the land barren, man, of food. You know, all the days of going to these corner fast food spots is gonna be over, man. McDonald's, Taco Bell, all these different places which is selling you nothing but garbage anyway. It's gonna be closed, man. No food in the grocery stores, no food in the Family Dollars, no food in the Dollar Generals. Everything's gonna be wiped out, man. And the Lord tells you that it's better to be killed with the sword. Let me get that real quick. It's Lamentations 4:9. And it reads, they that be slain with the sword, which is a gun, knife, etc., are better than they that be slain with hunger. And the Lord just said in Ezekiel that he's going to destroy you with famine. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Yeah, man. Because you remember the cartoon days that, hey, when you would see I'll say Donald Duck, one of these characters, they hungry and they walking and they look like and they friend turn into a hot dog. You know those cartoons how they used to do. You know, you hungry and your friend he looking like a damn hot dog and you want to eat him, and that's what's gonna happen. Cannibalism, man. I'm gonna read that in the NLT. It reads, "Those killed by the sword are better off than those who die of hunger. Starving, they waste away for lack of food from the fields." Right. We know how starving kills you, man. Your body eats itself. You know, you're hallucinating, thinking you're seeing things, man. You so hungry. You next to a rock. You looking at it and you think it's a damn hamburger. You might try to eat it, man. Right? The Lord is terrible, and He's going to judge some of you in this way. I just told you that in Ezekiel 5:16, He's going to send the evil arrows of famine. Man. And we already know that it's been famine before. Hey, look at the time of Joseph. Let's see if I can get that real quick. This is Genesis 47 and 13. And it reads, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. That's right. We know we know America is Sodom and Egypt all over again, and we know that the scriptures say that there is nothing new under the sun. You know, same thing happened back then. It's going to happen in this time. And Daniel's 12 and 1 tell you it's going to be like a time like never before. So being without food is just the least of our problems that we're getting ready to face, man, if you don't have Yahweh Shem Shah, because Yahweh Shem Shah can feed you if you trust in Him and believe, man. And that's what, first and foremost, I'm speaking to myself. That's what I'm going to have to do in that time, Lord willing. I'm here to go through these things, man, because we are going to go through a hardcore famine, and not just a famine of bread, but the famine of hearing the word. So it's best that you, Jakes, that's out here, man, you seek the Lord now, like it reads in the book of Isaiah, the 55th chapter. Seek Him now while He may be found, while the evil days draw nigh, because the evil days are coming. We read this in the NLT, Genesis 47:13. Meanwhile, the famine became so severe that all the food was used up and people were starving throughout the lands of Egypt and Canaan. And that's the same thing that's getting ready to take place over here in America, man, because we're all those different kingdoms back, man. Sodom and Egypt, Syria, all these different captivities we've been in where the Lord has sent famines in some of these, as you see in this time, during the time of Joseph, when his brothers sold him into captivity. It was a famine, and Jacob and his brothers had, not Jacob, but Joseph, uh, Joseph's brothers and his father Jacob had to come to get food from them. Well, Jacob didn't come, but the brothers came, during that time. Let me continue real quick. This is Amos. Matter of fact, let me get a quick another account. I'm gonna get that account in Second Kings. This is Second Kings 6:25, and it reads, "And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a calf of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver." And you see that this happened, you know, during the times during these ancient times, man, where this situation right here, man, they had the ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, man, and a dove's dung, which means shit, was sold for 5 pieces of silver, man. That's how bad it's going to be out here in this time. You know, during the time of the siege, during 70 A.D., you had men eating their belts, if I'm not mistaken. That's the time period in their history. It got that bad, and it's going to get that bad here, where you're going to be wanting to eat your kids, man. Continuing on, 2 Kings 6:26, and as the king of Israel was passing by, like your king here, upon the wall there cried a woman unto him, saying, help my Lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord Yahweh Shah do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? So you people gonna be on your own. Don't depend on this government. Or well, you can depend on it, but it's gonna be a price you're gonna have to pay to depend on that government. And that comes in the form of the charagma, the sea hill. Slop. The king said, whence shall I help if the Lord don't help you? Shit, he was trying to figure out his own way. And that's how it's gonna be in this place, man. Everybody gonna be trying to figure out their own way. And and and, and here comes evil Esau with a solution for you, man. To take that sea hip to eat. Especially if you don't have Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Hey, the times are gonna be so bad, man. It's not even imaginable what type of time we about to be on, man. And this is gonna have people take that sea hip, because why? They're gonna want to feed their children. They're going to just want to they're going to go back, just like in the wilderness, how the Israelites, they wanted to go back, man, because they missed some cucumbers and melons. It's gonna be the same thing in this time. Y'all gonna miss eating that crab and that swine and all that shit you eat, and you're gonna take that charagma to go back to that type of lifestyle and living to eat. Because let's just be truthful, man. We're eating nothing but poison and trash anyway. They're not feeding you real food. We're not getting fed real food here, man. We're being poisoned by the day, every day. So when you take that charagma to go back to eating this poison, remember that because the Lord is going to destroy you if you take it, man. Let me get this last scripture and wrap it up. This is Amos 8 and 11. And it reads, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power Yahweh Shah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Shah. And that's what's most important, because the Lord said, a man shall not live by bread alone, man. By every word that comes, roughly paraphrasing, out of the Lord's mouth. That's how we should live, man. Hey, even though it is going to be a famine of literal bread and water, but the famine of this word is coming also. So it's time for you, Jakes, it's high time for you, Jakes, to wake up out of sleep. Because if you can hear this message, and the message is going out all over the four corners of the earth, there's brothers everywhere, especially when it's concerning GMS. There's brothers pushing everywhere, and you heard this truth, man. You better don't tarry. Come back to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, especially if you're a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American, and repent. Because if not, these things are coming. You're not going to eat, and on top of that, you're not going to hear this word anymore. On top of that, and you're going to be forced to make uh, unwise decisions that's going to cost you your soul, man. Hey, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, and honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the 144,000 and the 1/3 hopeful elect. Kwam Yashala, Shalom.